Hi, good evening. Here we are, 8 o'clock, Kaz Boots race. Uh, well, we had a good seat earlier, so let's see if we can have another good one tonight. Let me go and ready up in the rooms that we are set to go here. Looks like we got a big crowd. My ear is bugged out by these headphones sometimes. 19 entrants so far. So we got a nice group going. That's very cool. Alright. Make sure I'm paying attention for when we're about to kick off in here, because we should be soonish. Just waiting for a bunch of people to ready up. Alright. I'm excited. After getting a 120 something and an open seat earlier, it's making me kind of hope that I can rebound a little bit and have some good runs in this stretch. We'll see how this Cast Boots plays out. Oh no. Someone had an issue with their OBS last time. That's kind of funny. I fucked it up just in my race back on Sunday. I didn't even have everything set up right, and I was just like half panicking because I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing a live race for a tournament. So I was just kind of in a moment. Hey, Austin. Yes, I'm back. Waiting for 5 more people to ready up. We got 19 people in this race right now. I got my timer linked to the race room. I remembered how to do that shit, so we're... You ready? You ready? Good. My body is ready. Yep. We're getting all the warnings. Because there's some new people probably in here. As soon as the last person readies up, we should see that timer start to go. 1 minute? Alright, alright. And then I'll minimize the race room and away we go. I'm glad I started to get into these. These are fun. Neat to see how I pair up with others. 1 minute later. Alright, he's about to ready up. Alright, there's the timer. One and go. I'm really not your uncle, he said. Boo. Whoa, that's not good. We don't need to bonk that early. Alright, 10 arrows. Not extremely helpful to start. Alright, bombs is good for later. Ah, he poked me anyway. So this is casual boots. We have to do the whole castle sequence as part of the seed. I'll say, open that up. Mushroom. Not exactly an item I want to see off the bat. Something more helpful would be nice. Ah, I didn't have the sword out long enough. You know, just in case. Okay. Mushroom and powder, first two items. That's kind of funny. Okay. Up the stairs. Thank you. Alright, now we can go to the back, get whatever item is a Dark Cross, all the stuff in the back, and wrap up this portion and figure out what we need to do. You should sell. They should sell the fruit. There's an idea. That'd be really confusing. Imagine if they sold Macintosh apples and they also have the Macintosh. Alright. Nothing. I mean, more bombs is nice, but... Android selling Android bots. What if they actually sold all the desserts they used to name their operating systems after? That would be odd. No, come on. I mean, at one point they had, like, Oreo. Remember they made that partnership? Key lime pie. Was it ice cream sandwich or something? Okay, so Hera is a pendant. Blue crystals at the other two. Okay. Alright, we got some money. That's good, because we kind of need money. Cupcake? Yeah, that's right. Cupcake and donut. Didn't they also have, like, eclair or something like that, too? I don't know why I did that. What do we got? Okay. Yeah. And Froyo, they did frozen yogurt. That one was kind of dumb. Oh, they did. They got all the way down to Kit Kat. I forgot how far they went. I think they were supposed to do something like... I think they had a name for S, and then it just didn't happen. Okay. You know what? Let's grab it, because I want to make sure we have enough money. Yeah, I remember when they did Marshmallow. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what the last... I think I was with Android up until... That's good. They started to, like, go away from some of the dessert names. I don't remember what the last one... I don't remember what the last one was that I had. Q. Q, they had a name for it, but it didn't really, like... No one knew what it was. Oh. Ah. I did not hit the button quick enough to cancel. Gingerbread, I mean, they went in order of the alphabet, right? So they even did, like, they had a tablet-specific one, Honeycomb, that never was on phones. And then they were actually running, kind of like what Apple still does. They, like, had a separate operating system, basically, for their tablets. And then they decided to uniform it all. And now, I mean, it's still technically... probably has some differences to it, I'm sure, but it's under all under one umbrella now, right? Which, ooh, Apple does not really do with the iPads and iPhones and stuff. All right. Well, we had to buy that, so that's good. All right. So another glove or a hammer would be great. Yeah, Jelly Bean was another one. I remember that. Wasn't L like Lollipop or something? They just went with that. I think that's all they did, yeah. I remember a lot of those. Oh, yeah, Nougat was a dumb one, wasn't it? If they were going to partner up, they should have done like Nutella or something like that. And they should have done a thing there, but they probably couldn't come to an agreement. Yeah. No one knew what Nougat was. I do, but it's kind of a dumb thing. It's like part of a candy bar. It's not what anyone thinks of. Okay, we can skip that. Okay. That would have completed a piece, but I would rather start checking some of the crap down here. Oh yeah, they just did like plain old pie, didn't they? That was kind of weird too. Whatever. They can name it whatever they want. Out of control. What was pineapple upside down cake? Or did they actually, or was that just like a thought? I don't remember. Oh, they did something weird. Didn't they have like a major like revision at some point? That's when I kind of drifted away. Oh, hello. That was a really good thing to come here for, but I shouldn't have done this first. I should have checked the desert ledge, and I forgot. Okay. We're probably going to still check. So that was a little bit of a time waster here. Let's do this. Okay. Let's still do mini moldworm. And then I can also check King's Tomb at some point soon. Yeah, tiramisu. Did they actually use that one? I couldn't remember. Because that's a good choice. Because tiramisu is delicious. Ring, that's good. Alright, I guess we, even if we don't have Zora money, we at least do the things. And then we can go up top again. We're here, so it makes no sense to not do it. Besides, we can also water walk, because it's Kaz boots. Oh, I remember Red Velvet. Yeah, but I, like I said, I was gone by that point. I just remember reading about it. You know what it was? There's used to be I don't remember who. There used to be a website called Android Central, and then there was also the Apple part of it called iMore, and they used to do a podcast, and I think it was the same company that did back when Blackberries were a thing. They had like Crackberry or whatever it was called, I think, and I used to still listen to the podcast just to stay updated on some of the stuff that they were doing, and then they just stopped doing the podcast. I think they shut them down, and like it was a shame because I liked some of the coverage that they had on there. So I'm kind of disconnected from a lot of the things that are going on there now because I just I don't seek out the news. Ah, that was wrong. Come on. That should be good. Yes. It's still up, but they got rid of the podcast. Like, I'm not going to the website for different things. I was listening to the podcast to get updates. But iMore shut down. Like, they literally stopped. The website ceased operations. Are you sure Android Central? Like, it might be up, but I don't know if they were actually writing new stuff. Unless they were just getting a lot more traffic than iMore was. Because there's other Apple sites that might be a lot more popular. Like 9 to 5 Mac, I know, is a big one. Because I listen to their podcast now. Okay, can we get in? There we go. There's still some new stuff? Alright. I haven't bothered looking. That is a beautiful sequence break. Alright. And all I want to do is see... Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, what do we want to do with this, though? I think we follow... Let's do the King's Tomb. I should have probably also checked what the stupid... mushroom turn-in is. Alright. I think we go to the Dark World and start looking around. Because that's our next best play. And probably do Thieves Town, as long as it's not... Well, even if it's a pendant, I might just at least do the first 4. Okay. Skull Woods is a pendant, so maybe we dive in there real quick. 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay. So we do need our... Yeah, let's do this. We have the Samaria to make the back quick. Jerk. iOS today. I'm not familiar with that one. Okay, we don't need to bonk on everything, please. There we go. Okay, let's go get the small key. Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I just don't know. I just don't know the site. Okay, ride him out. Okay, thanks. Should be good. Alright. We might get an item here. If we could at least get one. Wow. Nothing. There. I want to just write our friend out. So both items are fire rod locked in here. We're probably not coming back unless we absolutely need something and we don't get anything else. I was hoping it would be quick and easy, but no. Okay, let's take a look here. Alright, not required. Alright, another bottle. That will be nice in case I struggle with the blind fight. Let's do this first. That's really nice. Not going to complain about a sword upgrade, ever. Okay. So we do have money if we need to go back to Zora at some point. More importantly, though, getting into pod might be something soon, depending on if we get items for it. That's garbage. Thanks, game. Well, so far, I'm not really impressed. Alright, that's a good item. Okay, dash. Thank you. I don't know why I'm touching the wall. So only one more item back here. The likelihood of it being hammer-locked is pretty low at this point, which is great. Okay. Not exactly the stun prize I was hoping for, but now we know. Aw, you jerk. I had the right pixel too, and it denied me. Okay, let's see if we can... There we go. Okay. That room actually played nice. Good. Alright, so we're hoping that we don't get the small key in blind cell. Because that just means that we'll actually get the last item in here. Beautiful. So we're guaranteed to get the last item on the boss. Wait. Not that I really needed that, but you know what, just in case. We do have a potion if we need to use it. We are still on green mail. Alright. Good enough. More important thing is we got all the items out of here. Okay, I think we skip Smith for now. Did they fix iPad? I have no idea. I haven't tried 26. That's what their goal was, right? Is to make the multitasking easier and stuff on it. Oh. Well, later on I'll check it out. Oh, cape. Alright. I'm not going to grab too much more. We'll get more, I'm sure. Alright. Cape is interesting. There's nothing up on Bumper Ledge, so that just might put a couple other things in logic later. Alright. We want to get to hype. That's really where the big goal is here. Okay. Let's do one really stupid thing. Just because we're here. And then I'm gonna save and quit anyway. Let's just check this one location, because we blew right by it. I'm not going to be coming here anytime soon, so I wanted to just look. Okay. This also makes Smith Chain much easier access as well, which is good. I think I want to... Okay. Okay, let's see if I got the right setup for this. Yeah. I went the wrong way on that, but that's alright. Oh yeah, I gotta activate this damn flute too. Shit. I could have done that. So I do have access to Death Mountain. We gotta do that. Alright. Alright, that's what we gotta do. I forgot about that. We picked it up in Thieves. That's gotta be the priority. Yeah. I'm not worried about that stuff. So we get a fire source. We can clear out desert. Let's do some dark caves. Do 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 do. All right. Does the old man have anything helpful, please? Not really. Completes a heart container. That's cool. See, I gotta get used to doing hook speed because I'm so not used to it that when I do it, I'll screw it up. Okay, we gotta go in here and see what the item is. Alright, just 10 arrows. I think we skip Hera for now. And we go to where all the items are, which is definitely this way. Because we can do a lot of stuff. And actually, it would probably make a lot more sense to do this. Because we can't open up the Turtle Rock portal. Alright. Now we're talking. Alright. Now we'll go up through Super Bunny. Okay. Well, we might as well. Alright. Vamos. Ah. Well, let's see if they deliver on all their promises this year first, because unfortunately, a lot of people aren't too happy with the fact that they didn't deliver very well last year. Alright, let's see if this item is actually good or not, because we didn't look at it. We'll grab it. Alright. Alright, we need to check Sage's Closet, and then we're going to go to Eastern, because we haven't done any of this yet. Okay. That's unfortunate, because we could have checked Ether Tablet while we were up on the mountain. Alright, that's one. Yeah, you're right. Bring out the pitchforks, right? Anytime it's not exactly what they want, or what they think a company should be doing. Apparently everyone's got their own research teams, and they think they know best. Alright, boo. Okay. Hmm. Alright. We're gonna just use this. Pick up the pot. Thank you. Alright, last item is on the boss. Wonderful. There we go. Beautiful. That's what we're talking about. Nah. Alright, where do I want to go next? We have Smith Chain. I might want to do Smith Chain, but I might want to just check Zora real quick. And then do that, just because this was kind of really early. Oh, I don't have flippers, though. That's okay. Oh my god. Sword buffer, dude. There we go. This is still in logic because gloves is all you really need to put Zora on logic. So I'm going to do this to get the water walk. And then we can get up there real fast. Go we indeed. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's do this. Let's flute back down to the village. I guess we look at Smith Chain. I don't know if I like it. I can also do Graveyard Ledge real fast since it's a one-off at this point. That would be pretty quick. And then after Smith Chain, I guess we just take a look at Desert. We hope that something's there. I don't know if I like that either, but we do have Hera as an option. I gotta believe that there's something in one of these spots, though. Okay, not there. Let's go back. We also have the crappy, well, we can do it with the purple chest. Yeah, okay, this is fine. Because then we got the mire area we can look at. Okay, I know what I want to do then. This is not as bad as I was feeling it was going to be. Because we can get several checks routed in here all at once since we did K45 already. That might have actually been a really good decision because then I would have orphaned it and then worried about it. Maybe. Alright, let's see what we get here. I guess we're gonna orphan Bamos tablet by doing what I'm gonna do. But that's not super bad because... I don't know, maybe it is. Alright. Not worth, unfortunately. Alright, we turn this in, we check Meyer area. I hate the fact that we can go in. I need a damp fire source. I hate that, but I also love it because it does put at least getting to pod in logic, but we're still missing hammer and a fire source technically for it. Let's just take a quick look inside desert because we could do everything but the boss. I don't know. I wouldn't worry about... Like I said, let them get through this year first and show us that they can actually hold on to some promises before we start worrying about what they're going to do next year. I just saw another article talking about whether or not they're going to go with OpenAI to supplement Siri and Apple Intelligence because they don't really know what they're doing with it. Or at least their design is not coming along the way they want it to. Alright. Is this the second item? Yes. But it's garbage. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Where the hell do you want me to go? I mean... I can check these things, and then we can go... I didn't want to do that. I'm an idiot. I can't go into the Dark World from here. I don't have a hammer. Both. Like, it's upgrading, because part of Apple Intelligence was supposed to also bring in significant changes to how Siri works, right? and like the personalized responses and stuff like that, and they clearly aren't getting it to the caliber that they want it to be at. Otherwise, they would have actually shipped it during this last OS cycle. So I really think that the really what's going on is that they either don't have the capacity to or aren't sure how to program it, and they can't get it to work. Not to the degree that they want it to be acceptable. So um, my thought is that if they're really serious about this, they might need to consider partnering up with a different. Yeah, like right now it'll give you some very like, and it's supposed to like the personalized. It's supposed to give you like, for example, like if you asked it a specific question about one of your contacts, like it's supposed to be able to answer it for you and look up that information. Siri can't do that now. Like that's just one example of it. But there's a lot more to it than that. Like it's supposed to be a pretty advanced search function for not only things on your device, but part of the other reason too is that Apple was very much convinced that they wanted to keep. All right, that's not helping. That they wanted to keep all of this stuff on device so that they didn't do any cloud-based like anything with the storage. And the reality is that I don't think they can keep the size of everything small enough to really be able to do what they want on device. I think it's probably has to be cloud-based in order for it to be able to run the features that they want it to run. It's a massive undertaking. Ugh. Alright, that ain't it. Alright, let's go to pod. Let's see if we get lucky with something in there. And then I guess swamp afterwards. Yeah. Nice. Well, just like I said, it's supposed to have a large language model that's basically on your device, but it doesn't do everything that people want it to do. It's just not as robust as people were hoping it would be out of the gate. And it's kind of, it's made some people upset because they didn't deliver on their promises. Yeah, it is kind of mid. I mean, there's some stuff that it does very well, but unfortunately, I don't think it says, it's not really up to snuff compared to what some of the other platforms have done. Like, whether or not people like Google or not, if you actually use Gemini, it's leaps and bounds beyond what Apple can do right now. And that's just the reality of it. Alright, that's 4 keys already. Let's check this, because there's a good chance it's not a key. Good. Alright. Well. What do we have logically at this point in here? One more check? That's not lamp locked? Oh, that was dumb. Let's try that again. I was trying to be fancy. Okay. So this should be another key if there's something in Harmless Hellway. Okay, so Harmless Hellway is not an item. That's kind of big. I don't feel comfortable enough trying to do this without even a fire rod. So I guess... Do we go to Swamp? I mean, Mire would be the better call because we can do almost everything there. Yeah. We can actually technically beat this. Can't we? Yeah. I just don't want to do it, but it's alright. Just be careful with the first room, then we can heal ourselves afterwards. Okay. So that sucks. That's one of the items already. Stop that. Yeah, I don't know about what they had set up on the beta like that. Oh, we can't even... That's right. So we might not be able to do this anyway because we don't have a fire source. I don't know why I thought that I could beat this. I mean, we might be able to. It's possible we don't need the fire site at all. Okay. Well, we have 2 more checks that we can do to see if we get the second item here, and then we can just go to Vidi. So there's a possibility that this is beatable without fire source. Well, I guess we're going to give it the old try. Annoying. There's antivirus in here, so that's fine. Okay. Get me out of there. Okay. And then... I didn't mean to hit that. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably just do this. Okay. Good. Alright, I think we can still do a little bit of... Nice. Even with that little bit of magic. Whew. Second item? No. Alright. Well, that sucks, but we got the crystal out of here. I guess we go to... Oh, God. So, we could do parts of ice, but it's really shitty. So, I'm thinking I can do Bamos Tablet in the swamp first, and then we can go to ice. Because the only way I can get to swamp is still through this damn portal, because the hammer is still missing. Man, this is a really tough seed. And I like how I was considering trying to do pod boss. I don't have the hammer. I can't even do that if I wanted to. Like, not having the hammer this late in the seed really kind of sucks. And not having a fire source. Let's be honest. Both those things, not in my hands, are really awful. There's something here. No. Wow. Yeah, Austin, this thing is kind of ass, honestly. Alright, this and then going into ice are my next move. It's kind of stinky, yeah. I mean, I feel like there is one other play that I can make, but I don't. The density says try this. If there's an important item in the second chest in this dungeon, it's a pretty crappy location for it. Just because you have to go through all those steps to get it, and like it just kind of sucks. Especially if it's the hammer, because then no one wants to come in here. Of course, with Specky, with the one clip that we could do, it's not a huge thing, but the other problem is this is a pendant dungeon, so no one really wants to come in here. But because it's green pendant and because of density, I mean, I'm still missing at least 4. There's something. God. Okay, that puts the friggin' second item in Mire in logic. That's annoying as shit. Alright, we're gonna end up having to clear all the items in here. I'm just gonna grab this key. We're missing way too many things. I just don't want to forget it later, even if I don't go to the left side right now. So here's the other problem. If I get anything else important in this dungeon, it's technically locked behind hammer. So that means that the hammer is accessible somewhere else that's not locked behind whatever items I find in here. So that's nothing. And honestly, let's take the risk. This is probably going to feel bad, but I need to take a shot in the dark here. And honestly, while ice is attractive, I might go up and take a look at Hera and Ether Tablet. Just as many checks, and I could have gone in there earlier. And I'll feel bad if there's an important item in there, because I skipped it. Of course, at the time, I didn't have a fire source. I didn't have a lot of stuff. Maybe. I don't know. I probably could at least done some stuff. Alright, let's see if we get a couple items on this side or not. Don't punish me. Of course, the only other thing that could be here is a big key, but... That's required! Oh, that's so good. Okay. I made a good play. Alright, that's really good, honestly. Oh yeah, don't have that. Wow. Alright, that already started to feel a lot better. Because that is a location that some people just might not friggin' do. Okay. Shovel. Ah, went too many pixels over for that. Come on, there you go. Oh my god, just get the last puff. Thank you. Alright. One spin. No, I needed another one? Or did I poke him there? I don't know. Whatever, he's dead. Perfect. That's really good because if someone doesn't do left side, they might not come back in because it doesn't even give them the big key. Oh man, that could be an important move. Let's see how that plays out. I'm going to immediately turn that in and then go up the mountain again. I think that's what my goal here is. And again... Okay. Nice to have. Alright, let's go and check this bullshit. Nice. I dodged him. Oh, come on. I gotta get better at that. That sucks. What a waste of time. Alright, then I missed it there. It's alright. Practice is what I need to just do. Alright, let's find out if there ends up being something on the tablet. Nope. Then let's find out if there end up being something in here. Because I'll feel bad if there's something like right here in the first basement room. Because we didn't even step foot in here. I'll feel really bad. Okay. That's a no. And then this has either got to be the big or small key. There's no way around that. Alright, so we're going to climb. But we'll do it with Harrow Pot. Okay. Oh, that was horrible. There we go. Okay. Since we have boots and hookshot, we can just do this. That's one item. And then we'll hope. I don't know why I have the habit of doing that. Alright, let's hope that the second item is on the boss. Come on. Grab it just in case. We have the dig spot to do as well. Alright. The dig spot, and we could go back into mire, which would suck so bad. Because it could literally be blocking. It could be a fire source blocking the fire rod. Which would be annoying as hell. Yeah, Austin, this is stinky. I still have 2 items I gotta find for go mode, at least. No, definitely 2. We need the fire rod, we need the hammer. We have a whole lot of places where we know they can't be because we've checked out a lot of other stuff. I think we gotta do ice next because we have to check out what's in the front of that. I think that's the right call. Just a really bad check. Alright. Let's fill our magic and then we'll go there. I don't like this at all. It's this or 2 isolated checks that I have elsewhere. There's 3 checks in here, but we might not be able to get them all depending on where the items are because we don't have everything. Well, we basically just can't do the boss. I think we can do everything else. Now, if we find a hammer in here, then we can actually finish the dungeon. It won't put us in go mode, but it'll get us close. Because it'll let us do a couple other things, too. I could have done some Maria to that side just to see, but get out of my way, thank you. Alright. Oh, I forgot to, oh well. Oh, it still worked. Okay. Cool. Whatever. I was not expecting that one to actually work. Alright, now I only have 4 bombs. We gotta do this right. Oh, that might have been fine. Holy shit. First try. I usually do. It's not being nice to me, but I usually ask. I mean, the thing is, though, oh, you know what? Let's just grab all those. It's not being nice to anyone, truthfully, because everyone's doing the same thing. So I can't wait to see where these damn things are. Okay. And we got the big key, so if we don't get a small key here, we'll drop down and open the big key chest. Alright, we got a small key. What's the right decision? Shit. I think we just do this. Wait. Oh my god, it's here. That's horrible. That's horrible. Holy shit. That's disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, that is absolutely disgusting. But I routed this as efficiently as we could. And we got it. And now I still need to look for 2 more. Because we're looking for a fire rod still, so I can't just leave. There's a possibility it's in here. So I gotta look around a little bit more. Oh, that was dumb. There we go. I can't believe it was in that chest. That's brutal, man. Alright, that's nice to have. Alright, if it's not here, it's gotta be on the boss. Oh my god, it was in this dungeon. We're in go mode. Holy crap. Oh, I wish I would have come in here earlier, but who the hell? Man. Alright. That sucks. But all I have to do is finish pod. Oh, and desert. So I have to do a few things. And then I can go up to TR. So we got a bit to do. So a little bit late getting to a couple things, but I don't know. I feel like that one's going to throw a handful of people off. So we'll see how this compares. Now it's all about execution. That's not executing properly. That's better. Alright. So, desert, pod. And then TR. Alright, let's see if I can get some of my key dashes in here. That was one. Nah, screw it. Just go. Just go. All right. I hated it. Ah. I suck so bad. All right, that's better. Yep. All right. So, actually, now that I think about it, Bamos was lamp locked here. You had to go into Pendant Swamp, get the lamp out of it, then come the pod. If you didn't do it in that order, I mean, most people are going to do the dark rooms, so they're going to probably get it. But that was required to get into ice. So that's interesting. Okay. Guess I really didn't need to... Ah. Double hit. Okay. What a weird seed. Weird and odd. Just the item placement is kind of rude. Decent turtle room. Oh yeah, for a while it felt like that, especially with like No, but fire rod and hammer, two really important items. The good news is because they were so late, I knew they couldn't be in Turtle Rock, so I wasn't rushing to get back up the mountain to check that dungeon. I knew I could do that dungeon last, more than likely. Especially since they showed up together, basically. Nice. Alright, now let's head up the mountain again. And that ice rod was left side swamp. That actually might throw some people off too, now that I think about it. That's a very strong possibility. That's a really bad place for it to show up for anyone who's trying to run the randomizer or be fast in this game, because that's a slow check. And I took the risk to check it, and it ended up paying off for me. But I'll guarantee, I mean, you're looking at my time, 1:32. Guarantee that there's some people who are already done with this. Because there's some really excellent runners who will probably figure that out and take the risk and do those things quicker than I did. And I guarantee there's some people who will take 2 hours to do this one just because those are some pretty rough locations. So I usually kind of fall middle of the pack with this stuff, so we'll see how it pans out once we're done. I'm not looking until we kill Ganon. Now, the advice I always get from anyone who has been kind of helping out with this stuff is you might as well just check all the checks in Turtle Rock, because you pretty much have to anyway. And that way, if the second bow does show up, now you have silvers, and that'll make your Ganon fight even better. Because you're pretty much going to be checking almost all the chests up until Laser Bridge just to find all the keys. So it's whatever at that point. And we have a safety to do Laser Bridge fairly quickly. I will skip Mimic Cave. I mean, that I'm not going to do. And if we are able to steal the key, we'll probably do that. Oh, nice job. Activate your cape. Okay, wrong way. There you go. Yeah, there's a good chance we'll be able to steal the key downstairs. Well, maybe. It depends on where the big key is. If it's right over here, then we'll try to steal the key from the Pokey. No. So, let's see if the big key... We have a 50-50 shot of being able to steal the Pokey's key. Okay, we're gonna steal the key. Come on. Because I'm banking on the fact that silvers are more likely in GT anyway. So I'll save the time by doing this. But We'll see. Laser bridge is 4 quick checks. This is just 1 anyway. There we go. Goodbye. The other big deal, like, Ice also having half magic on top of Hammer and Fire Rod was also just like the chef's kiss. That was really nice. Because that's just such a nice safety item to have. Okay, we're gonna need that was stupid. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright, we're just gonna blow all this. I was hoping I could do the iframe thing, but I think you need to do that differently than I did. And that's fine. We can grab the safety magic and just finish all this. Okay. You just go away. I don't want to deal with him later, because he'll come back and be the bane of my existence, and so will that guy. Oh, and then I got hit anyway. Alright, let's just do this. I don't really want to fall down the hole, but that's what we're doing. Okay. Okay, so the last check is a key. Oh no. It's... Wait. Wait, are you serious? We got fucked. Aw, man. See, this is why I like to just check the big chest. So what happened was there's a small key in lava chest and there's a small key in the big chest, so we didn't get them at all. It's like a 3% chance and we just gambled and lost. That feels bad. Fucking ridiculous too. Yep, Boo is right. So this is what we actually have to do now. Exactly what we didn't want to do, which is go out here, go in here, open up this chest, and now we can go all the way back down to the boss. Complete crap. Yep, complete crap. It's a time waster, but it's usually a risk that you're willing to take because most of the time it works in your favor. And of course, this seed it doesn't. Again, that's another one of those things where unless someone was in here hunting for items, which more than likely they're not, everyone's going to probably get bit on that bullshit. So, it is what it is. Okay, we're going to anti-fairy... There we go. Just because we are getting a little low on health. Alright, and now we can do... I'm not going to bother with the stupid Zero cycle. I don't get it anyway, so let's just do this. Yeah, just one more rude thing for the game to do to us, right? Put that key right back up in that big chest. Okay, then it just gave us a gift. That's a gift right there. Now, the next gift could be a quick GT big key. That would be nice. Nah, I'm not gonna get. I don't know why I don't get it. All right. That's crazy. All right. Please? We don't need money. Alright, nothing there. Let's check over here. Alright, is it right side? Alright. It's not here. Alright, back to the left we go. Let's hope that we find it soon. Earlier in the seed I did, it was the next check on the left-hand side. It always just feels bad if it's there. Thank you. Yeah, it was right in here earlier today. Not this time. Whoop. There we go. Let's go. Plenty of keys. There's no reason to open any of the chests upstairs. We have everything we could want. Okay. That works. Nice. Okay, so far so good. Come on. Wow. Alright. We escaped. Wow, we're really doing great. That's fine. That's not... We gotta just be careful here. We're gonna wait. Yep, that's why. If you go up those stairs when that chime goes off and you kind of do it at the same time, you despawn this room and it's really bad. Come on. Piece of crap. He wasn't even coming towards me. I can't just sit there all day. Okay. Nice, we got that. Cool. Those two rooms were better. I'll take a double. Oh, get out of here. Another double. Kind of despawned the last one. I don't like this. Alright. Almost. That works. Not too bad. Not too bad of a kill there. Alright, let's wrap this up with a clean cannon fight. 6. Here, we just ensured that we're done with phase 2 there. There we go. That's so annoying. I haven't fallen to Ganon in so long. And I just put myself in a weird spot because I got fire batted. Because I'm taking the riskier strat and going for the first silver as opposed to getting the torch glitch. But because it's faster, but I gotta be more careful about where I'm standing. So, rip. Now we gotta do it all over again. That's annoying. Six. That's a better position for him. I don't even care how many hits I take because red mail and we got 2 potions if I need them. Alright, enough. Alright, better. There. Jesus. All right. I finished in 9th out of 19 entrants. The top time was a 1:37:29. Not a surprise by who I'm seeing up top there. But yeah, this was a tough one. This was a tough one for sure. Thank you for the GGs, Austin. Oh, look at that. I just, less than a minute, someone finished right behind me. There's a, wow, there's a couple people who finished within like 16 seconds of each other. There's a couple almost snipes. But yeah, this was definitely a tough one. We also had 2 people who forfeited. So it was tough. It was tough. Here, I'm gonna close out this one because what I'm gonna do is in the race room, I want to see where a couple people are. Alright, he's climbing GT. Where's DJ Crabhat at? Oh, he's in TR. So yeah, he's wrapping up. But yeah, just there's a really just challenging item set here, right? Where a lot of it is. Let's see about. Yeah, a lot. I think most of the people who are left at this point are probably going to be in either GT or they're in or in TR. They're just wrapping things up. Yeah. All right, that's cool. So everyone will probably get wrapped up in the next, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes or so. And the people. Yep. But man, this seed was a little rude, right? It was a little rude. A couple of those item locations were kind of rude. But yeah, I mean, hey, I feel decent about where it ended. Let's we'll let the credits fast forward a little bit here because I actually need to go in and do some work related stuff tomorrow, so I want to hit the sack soon. But yeah. So hold on. Did I? Okay, I think I got a. Did he respond yet? The heck? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I'm gonna try to clean up a couple things because there's a possibility that tomorrow at 4:30 is my third Swiss race for this tournament. I'm double checking one more time with the person who I think is supposed to be working with me. But he has not said yet what's going on. So I am reaching out one more time and hoping that I get a confirmation so I know what's happening because I would like to get this thing done. And if not, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I am going to get going here. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow at some point, either doing the race or some sort of practice. So we'll go from there. Thank you very much. Have a great night. See ya.